Hello and welcome to Happily Ever Reality. I am so glad that you're here. Today we are going to be talking about the last episode of Sister Wives, which was season 17, episode 10. And I'm going to talk about Janelle. But before I go any further, I just want to welcome you if you're new. And if you're returning, I just want to say you may have noticed that my channel was down earlier this week. YouTube made a mistake. They said I wasn't following a certain policy they have, but it was all an error. I don't have any strikes or anything against my channel, so it's been reinstated. So everything is good. So I'm really happy to be back. So when I made the last episode, I remember even thinking as I was making it, oh, I want to spend more time talking about Janelle, but I've spent so much time talking about Christina already, and the video is hitting 25 minutes. I need to end this. So I kind of went through Janelle's part of the show very quickly. But really, I felt like Janelle just came out of nowhere. I did not expect her portion of the show to be as interesting as it was. I thought the highlight would be Christine's part, and I really did not expect anything else to be in this episode aside from the conversation at Christine's house. So I want to kind of rewind and go back to that episode and talk about Janelle and where she lives and what she said during episode 10. So let's just go back and watch a little bit.
Since we all talked to Christine at her house, we've all sort of retreated back to our own little holes. So I don't know. I haven't seen anybody. I don't know what everybody's planning.
So this is just 1 week after the meeting at Christine's house, and these women already aren't speaking with each other. Now, Janelle is the one saying that they've all went back to their homes. So I'm guessing that at the very least, she is not speaking with Robin and Mary. It's possible Robin and Mary are still talking about everything that happened, but Janelle is out of the group. She's not going and spending time with Robin and Mary to talk about what happened at Christine's house. But what bothers me the most is Cody wants to lead this family. You know what? This was a major, major change for them. This should have been huge. He should have been saying, you know what? We talked at Christine's house, but now let's all talk together. These are the people that are going to be remaining in this family. They should have all met and talked. It's been a week. And Janelle's already saying they're not talking. To me, this just shows that those relationships aren't solid at all. I guess we already know it, but man, even when something big happens, they can't come together. But what's really interesting in this episode is what Janelle says about her interest in building on Coyote Pass. Because winter's coming and it's going to get more difficult to live out there, but she's still super, super determined. And you got to sort of wonder, why? Where is this determination coming from? And she talks about it. Listen to what she says.
But I have to keep moving forward on the property. I don't know if it means I'm going to live here alone or what, but my eggs are all in this basket and I'm just moving forward.
All of her eggs are in one basket. So Janelle is thinking about her own security, assets, financial future, and I can't help but think that Christine's decision to leave might have planted a little seed in Janelle's mind about her own future. So I just can't help but also wonder, is she planning to leave? I know there's a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff online already that she's already left. Social media is ahead and this show runs in the past. So people have made a lot of, assumptions and guesses. But maybe we're seeing Janelle when she was first thinking about leaving. Whatever it is, I can't help but think Christine's decision played a role in her at least thinking about her own security and what is actually fair in the family.
There is so many moving parts to this, and she keeps trying to move forward without coming back to the one main thing that's the main thing. We have to pay off the property.
I think Cody is underestimating Janelle. I think she knows exactly what issues they're going to have with the property. I also think Janelle knows enough about their financial situation to know when to worry and when she's going to have to put up a fight with other members of the family. And I think Janelle is ready to put up a little bit of a fight to get the money that she deserves.
Cody has never really been engaged in my housing since we moved here.
One side of me thinks that that's weird. If you're married to someone, you think you'd be picking a place out together. But in this situation, I'm like, Cody's only there every fourth night, and that's if he's being fair. We know he's not fair, so he's there less. Does she really even care what Cody thinks? I wouldn't care. I'd be like, dude, you're here once a month, whatever. I'll let you know where I'm living. I would not give him, his opinion wouldn't matter to me.
He was mad when I went from my first rental to my second rental, even though the second rental was much bigger. he was mad because it wasn't as nice.
They've mentioned it a few times this season. He must really like luxury and comfort, because it's been brought up by everyone how much Cody wants to spend time at the nicest home. And we know who has the nicest home.
But you know what? He has a house that he lives in up on the hill with Robin, and it's really nice. And I have nothing. So I'm trying hard to build myself something here.
Can you guys sense a little bit of bitterness there? Like, I can pick up on it, and you know what? It's okay, because I can understand it. I can absolutely understand it. Cody is comfortable in his home with Robin, and Janelle's sitting out there waiting to build on Coyote Pass, and feels like she doesn't have anything. So you know what? She is doing what she has to do now. She's sticking up for herself. I'm here for it. I hope she does get the home that she wants and that she dreams about having. And I hope Cody realizes what's happening isn't fair. But, you know, history does have a way of repeating itself, and I don't think Cody's going to see it that way.
So we bought a house for Christine, and then eventually we had to buy a house for Robin. I know this is bothering Janelle, but I've been invested in this from the very beginning. And the problem is we do discuss it. I get involved in her house, but she doesn't like me being involved because I disagree with her.
I think there's a little bit of truth to that. I do think Janelle probably does what she wants to do when Cody disagrees with her. I think she does what she wants to do when he agrees with her. I think Janelle's independent and she's living the life she wants to live. She can't sit around and wait on Cody. So I actually hear what he's saying there, and I think there's some truth to it. Like, she does not like it when he disagrees with her, but I think that's expected with the way these relationships are set up. Good for Janelle for not waiting around for Cody or waiting for him to reach an agreement with her. Imagine trying to get something done, you disagree with someone, and they don't come back for 4 days. And that's if they come back in 4 days. What if they don't come back for a month? You just sit and wait because they have other things on their minds? Nah, I would go ahead and do what I wanted to.
So instead of coming to a meeting of the minds, she just does whatever she wants.
And she should, just like I said before. Who would sit around waiting for Cody to come back, and then he might agree with you, or he might have talked to Robin and he's returning with a whole different idea, or he's changed his mind. Like, I'm sure Janelle gave up on reaching agreements with Cody a long time ago.
I have gotten myself in a very stupid position as far as an independent woman. If I were to leave or want to leave right now, I would have no estate. I have nothing to leave to my kids.
You know, this is a concern for any family, like how things are divided up after a death. But with this family, where they're not even really that close, I imagine she's really worried. I would be thinking about it, because there's just not enough trust and cohesiveness there to agree on something and really believe it would happen that way. And everything's so unfair right now as it is. Yeah, I can't blame her for worrying about this. This is a legitimate concern for anyone, but I think Janelle really, really does need to think about it.
My hands are completely tied because everything I have asset-wise has everybody else's name on it too.
If you've listened to me before, you know that I'm really sensitive to people's facial expressions and their voices. Her face says it all. She is not happy with how this has all worked out, and rightfully so. I'm totally on her side for this. Like, when they're making decisions, they should be thinking, is everyone getting what they deserve? Is this fair for everyone? But it just doesn't feel fair for Janelle, and I'm glad she's realizing it and doing something about it.
Honestly, I gave half the proceeds from my house in Vegas to Robin to help purchase this house that she's in currently.
So Janelle helped purchase that really nice house that Cody goes and stays in. I'm laughing a little bit because I can't help it. I can't help but laugh a little bit because it's one of those situations, like, what else do you do? She has really gotten herself in a weird situation. She paid for the home that her husband goes and stays in and prefers to stay in with another wife.
We also at that time pulled a lot of money from the joint family account to help get her into that house.
Are you guys picking up on the fact that there might be some hard feelings there about this whole situation with Robin and her house? Yeah, I think Janelle's right. Like, come on. This doesn't feel fair at all for them not to be really supporting Janelle in her effort to get her own home when everyone was supporting Robin getting into that massive house that she lives in now.
We have a family account, and the same amount of money is in it as when we bought Robin's house.
I know money issues and bankruptcies come up a lot with this family. I'm not super knowledgeable about it. So if you guys know anything else that might add to this, let me know in the comments. It's clear, though, from the way Janelle's talking, she doesn't feel like this is fair. And she adds a little bit more to it. Listen here.
And it was okay to deplete at that point to pay for Robin's house. And I'm like, we did for Robin. We did for Christine. Why can it not be my turn?
Great question, Janelle, and I'm pretty sure most of us are on your side. Why can't it be Janelle's turn? I'm ready to see Janelle have security, feel like she's got, at least financially, like equality in that angle in this family. I think she's given up on Cody to a certain extent. So, you know what? At least she can feel financially secure.
Finding the money for Christine's house or finding the money for Robin's house, it was a matter of having the money.
I'm not sure why I'm having such a hard time understanding what he's saying there, but he starts out by saying it wasn't an issue of finding the money, it was an issue of having the money. So if someone gets it or can explain Cody and his excuses to me, I gladly would like to know, because I was a little bit confused with what he was talking about there. I don't know. I don't get it.
Now we don't have the money.
That's not what Janelle thinks, though, right? Didn't we just hear her say they do have it, and now he's saying they don't? Like, someone's not getting something about their bank accounts. Like, their financial situation obviously isn't clear to one of them.
I'm not asking him to do anything. I'm not asking anyone else to come out here and build. Nobody else has to make any decisions.
So I think this is another clue that Janelle, she's always been independent, but I think she's really thinking of her own life. Like, at this point, she has to make a decision for herself. And I think she's tired of waiting for everyone else. So she's going for it on this property.
And I'm not asking him for any money except for the money that the family has pledged to pay off this property when we first bought it.
She doesn't say it outright, but I do think this is a little bit of a situation where it's like, you owe me. I gave money toward this house. I gave money toward that. Now it's time for everyone to pay up because I need something for myself.
So that's all I'm asking, is for him to honor that commitment, for everybody to prioritize that. And then after that, I don't care.
So is it possible that I don't care actually means after that I'm done with you? Do you guys think this is her way of preparing for her future as a single woman? To me, it sort of seems like it. I don't think she's ready to say it outright, but I think she's definitely preparing for at least the possibility of her leaving. Like, I feel like she wants that door to be open.
I'm just trying to build something for myself here.
I am really looking forward to seeing what Janelle does and seeing if she stays with Cody. There's so many rumors about her leaving. But that is all for today. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe. And if you leave a comment, remember to be as friendly as possible. I know the show can be frustrating, but try to be nice in the comments. I hope you come back to Happily Ever Reality to hear more about your favorite reality TV shows.